The Chicago Bears have announced rookie quarterback Justin Fields as quarterback number 1. What's going on, guys? I'm back with the Chicago Bears update videos, which I usually don't do face cam for these videos, but I figured this moment is so special that why not give you guys my live face cam reaction to this. And guys, I am so excited, okay? I've been waiting for this moment ever since we drafted this guy, ever since we got this guy in a Bears uniform, and I knew it wouldn't be that long until it happened because we all knew that Andy Dalton was not going to be lasting the entire season, but I was kind of getting nervous when Matt Nagy kept on reiterating his, commitment to starting Andy Dalton as quarterback number 1 for this season. But before the season, I actually predicted that Justin Fields would be coming in here as a starting quarterback starting week 4, and I guess I was right about that, guys, because Justin Fields came in here week 4, and now he's going to be the starting quarterback for the rest of the 2021 NFL season. Matt Nagy today talked about this in his press conference and talked about why he made this decision, and pretty much it came down to the fact that he's been progressing very nicely in practice, and he thinks that Justin Fields has shown him enough in practice to the point where he thinks he's capable of being the starting quarterback of the Chicago Bears. And also, that game against the Lions last week, that had to have helped a lot, guys, because he looked pretty phenomenal in that game, okay? He had an insane number of deep throws, very accurate going down the field. He looked pretty calm in the pocket. Now, he only had 200 passing yards total, but he only threw the ball 17 times, and he made the most out of every single time he threw the football. So clearly he looked like a very capable quarterback last week against the Lions. If he had a similar situation to the Browns game, then I feel like he would not be named the starting quarterback, but he looked very capable against the Lions, and he's looked capable in practice too, where Matt Nagy now thinks that he's capable of being our starting quarterback for the rest of the season. Now, I think that Matt Nagy had to have had some guys in the upper management kind of telling him to do this too, because Nagy has been pretty committed to Andy Dalton as a starting quarterback for this season. I think he didn't want to break that promise to Andy, but somebody in upper management, maybe Ryan Pace, maybe ownership, they probably know what all the outside voices are saying, how the media has been crushing Matt Nagy the entire year, and how everybody is hating on the Chicago Bears franchise right now for how they're handling this entire quarterback situation. So somebody probably got in Matt Nagy's ear and told him, hey, dude, if you don't start Justin Fields soon, you're probably going to be fired pretty soon, because otherwise it's going to be chaos here in Chicago. So I think that Matt Nagy finally did make the right decision, which I totally agree. This is the right decision, right? Because 2021 was supposed to be about developing Justin Fields. Andy Dalton is a very nice guy. I wish him all the best, but he is not part of our long-term answer here in Chicago. But I do have to say, guys, the way that Andy Dalton has handled the situation, I have to give major props to him, man, because he's been nothing but classy about this whole situation, even though it's tough to see, a young kid come in here and steal your job pretty much, right? Andy, he still has personal pride. He still likes to play the game, obviously, so it's not easy to just step back and be a mentor now for Fields, but that's exactly what he's embracing now. Okay, he actually called Justin Fields last night and congratulated him, talked about how special he is, how he's very talented, and how he's earned this opportunity. So just major round of applause for Andy, man, for being such a good guy, for being a nice guy, and being willing to mentor Justin Fields, because a lot of quarterbacks will not be that willing. So I think even though a lot of us hated on the Andy Dalton signing, it actually has not been a bad signing when you look at the entire situation, right? Now he's going to be a willing mentor for Justin Fields, and he's also going to be a pretty capable backup for him too, because if you look at all the backup quarterbacks in the NFL, Andy Dalton has to be one of the best backups right now with how he performed in his starting role here in Chicago. Okay, he actually was not that bad, guys. I expected him to be way worse than what he actually was, but he was actually a pretty capable quarterback against the Rams, against the Bengals. Now, he wasn't great or anything, but he's still good enough to be a backup here in Chicago. So, really happy with how Andy Dalton reacted to this whole situation. He's been nothing but classy, so great to see that. But now let's talk about Justin Fields, okay? We're all going crazy about this kid, being so excited now that he's going to be the starting quarterback, partying in the streets of Chicago. This is a very happy day in Chicago, but I just want to remind you guys, this kid is only 22 years old. So be excited, but be reasonable in your expectations. Don't expect him to be a superstar MVP level quarterback in his first season as a pro. Don't expect him to not make any mistakes at all. Don't expect him to throw for 30, 40 touchdowns, because that's most likely not going to happen. He is a kid. He is still a rookie. He has a lot to learn in this league, and he's going to be learning on the fly now because he's starting pretty early in his career. So I fully expect him to make mistakes this year, okay? There's going to be some games where Justin Fields probably throws 2 or 3 picks and looks pretty bad, but there's also going to be games where he looks like he's on top of the world and just dominating and looking like the quarterback of the future. So pretty much all I ask from you guys is that please give this guy, please give this kid, okay, because he's still pretty much a kid, give him your support for this season. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, but I guarantee you guys it's going to work out long term because I have that much belief in this quarterback. Okay, I've never had that much belief in any Bears quarterback ever, but I truly believe Justin Fields is that guy. The great thing about this also is that there's not going to be any wasted games anymore in 2021. Every single game, win or loss, is now going to go towards Justin Fields and his long-term development. Obviously, we're most likely not going to do much this year in the playoffs or towards competing for a championship in 2021 because the roster does have some holes on it and we have a rookie quarterback. But even if we don't make the playoffs, these are not going to be wasted games, guys, because our quarterback of the future will be getting valuable playing time against live NFL defenses in these games. He's going to make some mistakes. He's going to learn from his mistakes and be better moving forward. Okay, if Andy was starting this entire season, I feel like some games would be wasted because we won't be doing much in those games. We wouldn't make the playoffs and our quarterback of the future would not be getting that valuable playing time. But now he is for the rest of the season. So if you look at the Bears schedule now going forward, it's obviously a very, very tough schedule. So we got the Raiders this weekend, then we got the Packers after that, then we got the Buccaneers, the 49ers, the Steelers, and the Ravens. So it's most definitely going to be a tough schedule for Justin Fields. Our entire schedule this season is very tough. So again, I expect him to make some mistakes, but there are going to be a lot of fun moments that come with it as well. I honestly do expect Justin Fields to break every single Bears rookie quarterback passing record though, because those records are so incredibly low. Like we've never had a good quarterback here really in Chicago, and obviously the rookie quarterback records are not that good at all. Okay, a rookie passing touchdown record belongs to Charlie O'Rourke, who threw 11 in 1942. Yeah, that long ago. And it's only 11, okay? He has 13 games now to get 11 passing touchdowns. I think it's going to easily blow past that mark. He has 0 right now because he's getting super unlucky with Allen Robinson dropping 1, with Cole Kmet also not being by a pretty good ball he threw in the end zone. So he has 0 right now, but I guarantee you guys by the end of the season, he's probably going to pass that 11 touchdown mark. And also, if you look at the rookie of the year race now, like Justin Fields could be firmly planted in the middle of it, okay? Because he has a lot of games now to prove his worth. And if you look at all the other quarterbacks, rookie quarterbacks right now, they're not in the most ideal situations either, and they're struggling as well. Okay, if you look at Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville, he has Urban Meyer as a head coach, and Urban Meyer is out there partying with college girls and just like doing crazy stuff off the field. So that's obviously a bad distraction for him. You look at Zach Wilson, he's been throwing a lot of interceptions, even though he does have a crazy amount of potential. He's been turning the ball over a lot. And if you look at Mac Jones, he doesn't dare to throw the football past 3 or 4 yards. So I'm telling you, man, I mean, Justin Fields could be in the rookie of the year race now. Okay, Trey Lance also is not really the full-time starter yet in San Francisco. So anything could happen this year, man. It's going to be so exciting because our quarterback of the future, a quarterback I have so belief in, is now the starting quarterback for the Bears moving forward. So, man, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Obviously, I'm expecting a lot of you guys to be very excited because I'm guessing that like 95% of Bears fans wanted Justin Fields to be the starting quarterback moving forward after that game against the Lions. And now we finally have it. So let me know your thoughts down below, guys. I cannot wait to see Justin Fields ball out for us this season. As always, bear down.